Hello, Leo. This is your weekly reading for March 2nd through the 8th, 2020. And I am Art Kozak. This is Art Kozak Tarot. Thank you for joining me. It looks like in the coming week, Leo, that there are going to be some good things happening for you. You have what I'm going to go ahead and the way I'm going to go ahead and characterize this reading, and for those of you who have not watched these readings before, I just want to say that this is a general reading. This can be for love. This can be for money. This is for whatever is most on your mind and what the cards have for you. And what I see here is that you are a very passionate person, and you have been taking your passions in hand. You have been letting your passions grow, and you have been feeling the growth of that passionate energy within you. And whether this has to do with your romantic relationships, passion in that sense, or what you're passionate about professionally, the way that you want to live in this world, things that you've decided you want to do, you really want to gain some big victory. And you're looking at the potential of gaining a big victory long term, okay, by feeling this energy and letting that energy burn inside you and direct you. Now, you have gone through a period in which you've been seeing to your emotional life. And this doesn't necessarily have to do with other people. This is more about you independently taking care of your own emotions. You may have done some actual, like literal psychological exercises in order to gain better control of your emotions and gain better emotional literacy. You may have simply taken the time that you needed in order to put a little discipline into your life, or put a little bit more freedom into your life, whatever you needed to do. But it was all about developing your emotions, your own emotions. You want to partner with other people. You want to be in good, happy, emotional relationships with other people. But it started out by you knowing that you needed to develop your own emotional life and your own emotional literacy, your own emotional capacity. You did come to a conclusion with that. I think when you met another person, who you may have, if you're a single person, you may have found someone to connect with romantically. You may have found a very good prospect and somebody to be with, who, that by doing that, you confirmed for yourself that yes, you have developed yourself emotionally. You've gained that emotional literacy, that emotional competence, and you came to that completion, realizing that you have reached a milestone there by connecting with another person. And you felt a sense of victory in this. You felt a real sense of accomplishment. Now, what I see you doing is taking that same passion, that same energy you have put into developing your emotional life, into developing your physical life, your material life. And this could have to do with money. This could have to do with your physical body. But I think more than anything, you may be thinking exactly in those terms. You may be thinking in exactly the terms of, okay, I've worked on my heart, I've worked on my emotions, I've dealt with my emotional baggage, whatever it is you had to go through in this process, to the point that you're able to connect with other people better, and you have reached the milestone you want to reach. And so now you want to turn to the physical, your physical life, your physical being in the world. This is going to involve a great deal of happiness. First off, getting out. Winter is turning into spring for many of us. Whether or not the weather is cooperating, or depending on where you are in the world. But you're going to have your day in the sun. Spring break, I know, is coming up for some of the young people in college. You may have the opportunity to go out, to actually literally get out in the sun as a part of your now reconnecting with the physical, okay, with the physical realm. And normally I do tend to speak in fairly general terms, but I think you're, in this instance, you are thinking potentially in, again, general terms as well, because you really want to connect with the physical. And you're going to be taking an inventory. You're going to be taking a look at yourself. And you're going to be seeing some good things. You're going to be seeing that you are doing pretty well in terms of your finances, in terms of your material well-being. You may not have everything you want, but you have a place, you have a beautiful place from which to start. And you're going to have a beautiful time. I see the beginning of this week being just a generally happy place for you, a generally happy time. I think by the end of the week, that self-inventory is going to turn into judgment. It's going to be it's going to turn into something that involves a little bit more knuckling down, especially in terms of finances. You may put some financial restraints on yourself. You may find that some financial restraints are coming to you. But this is your engagement now. This is your level of engagement. You're engaging with the physical and with the material. And so that's going to involve you facing reality, not necessarily harsh reality, but facing reality as it is. You have a lot of room to grow. You have the ability to grow. You have what you need, but you also need some restraint, potentially. And either you're going to be putting some restraints upon yourself, or again, they're going to be coming to you in that part of your life. Now, I do see socially, as far as other people are concerned, I think that there may be a relationship that is ending. I hate saying that because I hate seeing people break up, and I don't want to encourage people to get upset about that or get paranoid about that, and I don't want people to break up with people based on what a tarot reading they got on the internet. However, that's what the cards are saying, is that you may have a relationship which is ending. Or a relationship which you see that has become too burdensome. To put it more specifically, there's a relationship that has become too burdensome for you, that it may be this person that you connected with very recently. It may be someone else. It may be something else in your life. It may be somebody who's a kind of a nag. You may have found out, or you may have come to accept that somebody in your life is just, whenever you speak to them or whenever you deal with them, they don't really have your best interest at heart. They're really more interested in, they may be a little bit of a narcissist. They may be more interested in getting you down in the dumps a little bit, and it's time for that burden to go. And so you may be really feeling that burden in this coming week. The time to release it has come. And so you're going to be dealing with that. And I also think that in dealing with this issue, you're going to be relying upon that fire inside of you as well. This does not necessarily indicate a knockdown, drag out kind of fight with anyone, but I do see that your passions are coming to the forefront when it comes to dealing with this issue, with this relationship, in which may be coming to an end, may need to come to an end because of the burden it's exerting on your life. By the end of the week, I do see you in a much better place. I think that, again, as I mentioned, you maybe have some restraints placed upon you, or be accepting some restraints. But that's all for the greater good, and you're going to understand that it's for the greater good. And it's also going to put you in a much more confident place. Your confidence is going to grow in order to match that passion that you have and that passionate energy that you're still carrying with you. And this is very good going into the spring season, and we're still in the beginning of the year. You're going to be seeing that you're going to have a long sight by the end of this week. Your sight is going to be extended in terms of how far forward you're willing to look in your life, and how much you can see potentially going on for you in your life, and how much more you can accomplish. You're going to be looking far in your life and seeing what's out there. And you're going to be ready to move away from some stress, again, probably having to do with this relationship. But you're going to be in a very confident place in spite of the challenges that you might have had to face. So I hope something here that I've had to say is helpful to you in the coming week. I thank you for watching. I thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. There's a link to our Patreon page for those of you who are interested in the description box below. I am Art Kozak, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.